Episode 10, season 2. Talk soon. Got a little trio action going this week, fellas. What's up with the lock of the weeks, bro? Over? All four of us?
Oh for four.
Oh,
Over?
for dog.
The over as fuck, dog.
We ain't never gonna
Lil
get viewership if we
old
keep
Pipper,
going
dog. We got-
over.
It's all right. We got the locks for y'all this week. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness. With that being said, we gotta come with some locks this week. That was rough. 0-4 for all of us.
I mean, technically, I got a half a point because Henry always scores regardless.
I said Devontae Smith. That was just a play I liked that he went over, but I can't brag on the non-locks. On the non-locks. Week 9, biggest takeaway. Chuck, what you got?
Week 9 biggest takeaway is this Lamar Jackson MVP thing. I'm on the other side of it. Don't get me wrong. Let me break it down. Like, he's a great quarterback. Not hating on him. Top 3 in the league. Say less. Maybe top 5, whatever. But they've been in this situation all year where they just been down. This is like they were down 14-7. They couldn't establish a run game yesterday. So they just, Lamar just did his thing. But is he the most valuable player? Because I'm not trying to be biased with Jared Goff and stuff, but we got a great defense. We just be blowing bitches out. So it's like we can't even throw for 400 and 3 touchdowns every week. He could though. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like I'm not hating, but I'm just saying I don't think he should be the front runner like that. Like, what is this odds to an MVP? It's something crazy. It's like him, then everybody else, bro. Like, I just don't feel like I just don't feel like it should be like that. And on another thing, it really started to make me feel like they pat stat. They padded his stats after yesterday. They could have ran the ball on second down. They had one timeout, burn the drill, run it again. They got 20 seconds left to go downfield. They wouldn't have scored. Like, come on, man. They had one timeout. They passed it on first, second, third, and fourth. I mean, and third down, bro. They stat packed, bro.
They've done that in the past to keep. They did that one year. The 1 year Lamar to keep his rushing streak alive. They ran a meaningless play, and it was big controversy because it's like, what if this guy gets hurt on this play and you're doing that? Frazier, what was your biggest takeaway week 9?
So some of my biggest takeaways were the amount of overtime games we had. It was kind of wild. Like, we had 3 or 4 of them, I think. And then I gotta say it, man. We don't know who we getting from the Cardinals. Like, what kind of Cardinals team are we getting?
Man,
but they beat dog crap down the Bears' leg last week. And then this week, my Patriots gonna beat dog crap down their leg too. That's for Vince. Fuck them.
You guys be rapping to Vince when he not here. That you scared of Vince?
Man? No, ain't nobody scared of Vince.
Man.
Nobody's scared of Vince.
Look.
I thought he was gonna be on a pod this week. It's his fault he not on here. Get better, but at the same time, I wanted to talk about crap. It's Patriots versus
I feel you.
Bears.
I hear you.
Week 9, my biggest takeaway might be a little surprising because the Bucs lost, but Baker's been balling, man. Without his top 2 weapons, this guy's a baller, man. And if they had a better record, he would be in that conversation, Chuck. But unfortunately, they don't have a great record right now. And to follow up on the Lamar, it's a numbers thing with MVP. So at the end of the day, I was in a debate with others with my other group chat about this because one guy was saying Mahomes is the MVP, and if you think it from the perspective of if they got taken out of the NFL or who's the best player in the NFL, yeah, you're gonna say Mahomes. But when it comes out of the numbers, Lamar's posting better numbers than he did last year, and he won MVP. So that's why he's probably like the clear front runner. Most of it's a numbers game, even if they're stat padded. No, when them votes come in, they don't care about if they were stat padded. That's what's crazy about it. My second biggest takeaway, not to be long-winded, shout out to your Lions, man. I did pick the Packers. I think a few of us did. Lions, that's a statement win. That's a statement win. Winning by 10 on the road. They beat them there last year, so they get to see him again later in the year. But that's a big statement win for the Lions. I think I told you right now, I would consider them the best team in football.
Yeah.
Hate to say it, but I'll give you your props. I'll give you your
Let's
props,
go, bro.
I'll give you your props.
Hey, another
Anything
one,
else for week 9? Go ahead, Frazier.
The Rams, take away on the Rams, like that's big. Like they just balling no matter like if they have their top receivers and not they're balling. And then I think they might have the defensive player of the year, the rookie, the defensive rookie of the year.
Jared Verse.
Yeah, buddy cold out there, man. Like just going back and watching some of the film on what he's been doing, like dude is cold. Like he might be the next Willie McGinnis or something. Like he cold. I ain't gonna, But yeah, the Rams, man, tough. Got to give them their props. Tough.
All right, so moving on to this week. We usually do FanDuel on DraftKings because some of the props we like were not up on FanDuel, so I figured I'll move over to DraftKings just so we can throw that parlay in there and see it. First game on the slate. I was going to talk Ravens-Bengals a little, but we kind of talked about Lamar. Do you guys want to talk about that game before we jump into this week? The rest of this week?
Yeah.
Which one?
Ravens-Bengals last night. What do you think about that, Frazier?
Man, Burrow out there playing some football. Him and Chase looking like they was when they was Super Bowl bound that year. I like Chase what he's doing. Like he bombed him like 2 or 3 times yesterday. Like he made it look so easy against. I mean, I know the Ravens pass defense is like 31st in the NFL or something, but like, yeah. It's still Burrow, and I think me and you, G, we both picked Burrow for MVP. Shit, that might actually come true, if he stay going on the route that he on right now.
Yeah, I got a lot of winning to do before he gets there, but
I know that, but just imagine he make a big run, he putting up 400, 500 a game for the next, 7 weeks.
Yeah,
he definitely got to push to be an MVP.
Chuck, what did you think about that game last night? Crazy game.
Man, that was crazy. What's crazy is that high score game and division game is just nuts. Like they know each other. I guess they both really just can't stop each other. Like, man, that's just wild. But the fact that a guy had 260 plus receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, and after the first touchdown, he'd have been quadruple team. Like you're gonna have to let Gesicki and homie beat me. There's just no way, bro, that you're just running that free, bro. Yeah. Like you got 260 and 3. That's video game numbers, bro. That's crazy. And
2-point conversion.
This Lamar, I mean, like, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know who gonna have the measures for that offense, man. But it's just crazy because it's like he's a great quarterback. Like I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, but he just buys so much time, and you can't cover that long, bro. And motherfuckers just get open. So that's why he's so good because he just hikes. He's just back there. Just covered, and up here he goes running around. And
he'll be backpedaling. I'm like, they got him. Then he just does a little shake.
He knows it too.
Every time.
So it's like he playing backyard football, man. Like maybe they need to blitz more, but I know he's really good versus the blitz. But he's just not about to sit back there and just run around like that, man. I'm screaming at him, but yeah, man, that game was crazy, bro. I just can't believe how high scoring it was, especially after the first game. You would think they would go try to fix something, but like, no teams. The teams said, "Fuck it, we just about to score 35 points again." So, crazy. But I do feel, on a note, I do feel bad for Joe Burrow, man. This is the best shot. I think that's the best I've ever seen Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's balling. He's moving in the pocket well. He's getting back to that Super Bowl run, bro. As like Frazier said.
But the defense just so bad, and it's not like
they're terrible.
It's not like you need 1 or 2 pieces; you need 11 pieces. So it's just like I don't.
Yeah, you can get 4 or 5 people out there.
Yeah, it'd be all right. I'm just capping, but like, it's just I just feel bad because he has a championship team, championship offense, and that defense is just pathetic. So, but man, I don't know. They're 4-6. I think they fight. I think they sneak a wild card, man. I love to see them in the playoffs. Always fun to watch.
They'll get in there as long as no crazy injuries happen. Nice win for the Ravens. I think Bengals did the right thing by going for 2 there. Kind of think the Bucs should have done that versus the Chiefs. So you just live and die with them play calls. And it sucks they lost. But Bengals might be one of the better 4-6 teams I've ever seen in football. Yeah. I look back, I was like, man, who did they lose to? And I was thinking about it. Week 1 against the Patriots, no offense, Frazier, that's an inexcusable loss for them. They need to win that game. But you got at KC, you got the Commanders, you got Philly, you got the Ravens twice. So when you look at it, it's like, yeah, you don't want 6 losses, but 5 of them are respectable teams. So
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine, and I think they'll sneak into that wild card, but they might be out of reach for division now because they're not going to lap the Ravens with 2 L's or some.
Nah.
Moving on to the rest of the games this week. Bills at Colts, interesting line. It's at 3.5 for most sites. Chuck, how you feeling? Who you like in this game, with or without points? Pick.
So it's a weird game. I would think the Bills would be favored more, but earlier today they ruled out Keon Coleman. I guess Amari Cooper's playing now. I'm not sure, but I think as of right now he's in. He hasn't really got any reps with Josh Allen, but man.
You could take spread out of it if you just want to pick a team.
Yeah, I feel like I hate betting on Josh Allen, but the Colts at home in the Dome, Joe Flacco, he played good versus the Vikings. That game was close for a while. I'm gonna go on the other side here, man. I'm gonna go on a ledge here. Give me the Colts. I think Colts at home. I just like Flacco, man. I feel like this is a trap game. I think Vegas knows something. It should be 6.5. I don't get it.
Frazier?
Smells like a trap.
What do they
like
say? If it smells like a trap, it probably is a trap.
It probably is a trap. But I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna ride with my boy on this one, man. I'm gonna ride with Chuck Hollywood.
There it is.
I'm going Colts, man. Plus 4.5. I just feel like Flacco go out there and get it done. If Josh Allen ain't got Cooper or he ain't got Coleman, I don't really know what they're gonna do. Because he got some other receivers, but he don't look the greatest when he has those receivers. Like his tight end's gonna have to do a lot for him, and it's gonna be a lot of running back out there. I can't even think of dude's name right now. Cook.
Yeah, Cook and Jonathan Taylor are poised for big games. I think for the Colts to win this game, they're gonna have to lean on JT a lot. I do like the Bills in the game, but I wouldn't touch it. I think Colts. The spread is fishy. So if I were betting with the spread, I would take the Colts with the points. But I think Bills find a way to squeeze it out. I don't want to overthink it. I know Coleman's out, but Pittman is also out for the Colts. Give me the Bills here. Next game. This could be game of the week. We got Steelers at Commanders. Frazier.
Whoo! Last time I bet against the Steelers, what happened? I took a fat L punch in the mouth. I was like, Russell gonna come back, he gonna stink it up, and they came out there and popped. But with all that being said, Marshawn Lattimore going over there to Washington, I like Washington. Not because of Marshawn, I like them because of Jaden Daniels and that offense. They look real good out there. They gonna have poise. They gonna have it's gonna be one of those games where you're gonna think like, oh, it's the Steelers gonna come out and just like get them a fight. I'm scared of TJ Watt now. Don't get me wrong. I am very scared of TJ Watt, but I'm definitely going with Washington on this game. Like, just it smells like trap, like a 3-point spread. I was thinking it would be more like a 1 point, a 2 point, like 1.5, 2 points. Because they both good teams. But 3, it's kind of like if it was 2.5, I might go Steelers, but nah. Yeah, it just nah. I'm going Washington.
Chuck.
I am on the opposite side. I feel like this is a game that Russ needs to win to let everyone know. Like, I know the first game back was a statement game, but this is the one on the road. This is a hot Commander team. I saw the Giants last week move the ball on these guys. I think the Steelers' offense is way better than the Giants. I think the Steelers are just a better team. Give me the veteran quarterback on the road, man, to pull it out. I like the Steelers in this one. No Brian Robinson on the other side either.
Yep. Brian Robinson Jr. is out. I'm with Chuck here. Give me the Steelers. This reminds me of honestly, it's like the Steelers are like an upgraded version of the Bears, not to be funny, but they have the defense and they have a little better offense and better O-line. And I think Najee can have a big game here. Commanders, they're not great with man gap run concepts, and Najee's poised for a big day there. I think they just need to not turn the ball over, play defense, and they'll come out with a win. So I like the Steelers here. Next game on the slate, we got the Niners at the Bucks. Frazier, what you got?
CMC back? What I'm hearing?
CMC is back.
Right.
Yeah, but they ain't
Mr.
got
Automatic
It's
anytime.
the automatic anytime, but we don't know what we finna get from them. I ain't looked at no reports or anything. Is
Vegas
Debo,
knows.
Debo and everybody playing Kittle, like all they hurt.
Well, questionable, but I
Yeah,
think,
Debo's questionable. He'll suit up. I think Juwan Jennings is a go. He's questionable as well. Ricky Pearsall is out there. Kittle. Only one that's not going to be is we know Ayuk's done.
Okay, so with that being said, I know we got Mr. Anytime all the time. Christian McCaffrey coming back, but give me Baker Mayfield and them boys, man. Like he's balling. He's making that team look like really good out there, even without his top receivers. So give me Baker Mayfield and them boys plus 6.5. Like that could be easy.
Just to clarify, you like him with the points, right?
Yeah, I like him with the points. Now, without the point, don't touch the money line. I ain't touching it.
I got you. Just make
6.5, yeah.
Chuck,
I like San Fran. We get McCaffrey back. They go be ready to go. Baker ain't got nobody. Even though Baker balling without nobody, this is just an impossible win. I'm surprised the spread isn't higher, but. Yeah, man. Give me the Niners, man. This is kind of a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, I'm with Chuck here again. I think this is one of them games the Niners just they flex their muscle, and it's just too much for the banged up Bucks to overcome. Not really going to overthink it. C-Max anytime is I think it's already at like minus 220.
That's
so
crazy.
Frazier, to answer you, the books. This guy hasn't played in how long, and the books already got it, but minus 220 to score.
Him and Henry on the same ticket.
That might be the play, man. But yeah, give me the Lions there. Next on the slate, interesting game. Didn't really want to talk about it too much, but I threw it in there. Jets at Cards. The Jets are -2. I was thinking about the game, just how it could go. I like the Cardinals at home. I think Gannon, he could put together a good defensive game plan for them, slow down the Jets. I know they got a lot of weapons. It's going to be tough, but I just like if this game was in New York, I would take the Jets. Just give me the home team here. I'm not buying into the Jets hype. Chuck?
Yeah. I don't know if this carries over from last game, how they just rattled off 3 straight touchdowns. Did they figure it out at the end of last game?
That's what Devontae said. He said we're about to get going on so when I was making this pick, I was a little worried.
And the Cardinals is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So I'm kind of low key with Devontae. This game just Jets are favored, but like
it could blow them out. That's the part I was thinking on the other end.
But you know what? I think they do get going. Give me the Jets on the road. I think they figure something out like at the end of last game. They got rolling versus the Texans those last 3 drives. So I'm gonna take Aaron Rodgers on the road.
Frazier?
I'm sorry, but I'm taking Arizona at home. I just don't see like they got going against the Texans. Yes, don't get me wrong, right? They got going against the Texans. I just don't like. I feel like that offense it's good, but it's gonna take more than just the time they have together. Like I don't feel like they are meshing well. I just don't feel that Devontae is on. He's not on point with Aaron Rodgers how he used to be. He's still kind of learned. And it's also about the play calling. Like their play calling isn't the best. A lot of that is like their tight end has to get involved. Like they don't really get the tight end involved as much. Like Aaron Rodgers can't move in the pocket. Like he get hit once or twice, he rattled as shit. Like it ain't the Aaron Rodgers we used to. Garrett Wilson's probably like the man. He's like really their main target. Everybody says, "Oh, it's Devontae Adams." I feel like it's still Garrett Wilson. He's still their number one, true number one. But at the end of the day, I'm going with the Cardinals, man. Like I just don't feel like they finna go to Arizona and beat them people. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
It kind of looks like bait a little bit. Like you would think, like how you said, Chuck, like the Jets ended the week, and that's in the back of your mind. The Cardinals had a nice win too, but as you said, Frazier, it's like Devontae's the number one and Garrett Wilson's the number one. You got 2 number 1 receivers, Breece Hall. If you're just looking at it from a just fan perspective or football fan, you're like, Jets are going to win this game, and they might, but I'm with you here, Frazier.
You know who's the chalk quarterback this week?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
5,700.
Fade Rodgers.
And Brees is in there with his price. I hate it.
I hate it.
Nasty. And I'm gonna save your game for no. We'll talk about it now, Chuck. You're supposed to be here for this one. We got Lions at Texans. Texans. I don't know if there's Nico news yet, but Chuck, talk to me. I think this is at this point. I think I know who you're taking here.
Yeah, you know who I'm taking, and I get it. Texas, they're gonna put up a fight. This is what they do. I mean, like it'll be close, but I just feel like we just bully them, like we bully everybody else. Not to just say that like it's nothing, but we do. We just bully.
I mean, it's real.
It's real. We went into Green Bay, bro. If that game was played anywhere else, indoor, normal weather, we'd have beat Green Bay by 28. But it was just outside, so the weather was raining hard, 44 degrees, and we beat them at their own game, man. They want that weather. The Lions ain't play outside, first game outside, and we're built for that, bro. Like our O-line, running back game, Jared Goff's a good quarterback, defense is good. We beat them at their own game, man. So I mean, like now we get indoor. Reliance Stadium, like, bro, come on, man. This the Jared Goff show this weekend, St. Brown, and I just think we come back to Detroit with a dub.
Yeah, it's funny and ironic you say that because the knock on the Lions is outdoor, but you guys are built to run the ball. So it's funny because it's like, okay, if it's raining, we're just gonna run the ball, and we have the best O-line in football. So
yeah,
I get it. Maybe from like a perspective of if you guys get down a possession or two in a playoff game and it's freezing cold, then you gotta drop back and pass, and it might get crazy. But that's way down the line. Frazier, who you liking this one?
Yeah, I'm with Chuck on this one, man. I feel like the Texans just don't have enough with losing Stephon Diggs. I mean, they still got Mixon. You got Nico maybe coming back. You got Tank Dell, but like I don't see he's not on par with Tank Dell like he was last year. We ain't gonna know what we're gonna get out of Nico. Their defense is good, but it's not giving the best vibes to me with the Texans. On the other hand, you know, you got the Lions' best offensive line in the league. They're gonna run that ball. Like they gonna run the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs is guaranteed a touchdown this week for sure. It's another one of them plays. Stack them with the Christian McCaffrey and the Henry. Just listen to me. Trust me, I'm gonna get you right. But like I don't see the Texans being able to stop it, man. Like you had a problem with the Jets last week. You don't think you're finna have a real problem with the Detroit Lions? Yeah, give me the Lions, bro. No brainer.
Yeah, we're all on the same page here. I think
and
Lions
we get back, and we just got
exactly.
I forgot homie from the Browns. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, Lions they're in a good spot right here. 3.5 tells me even if it's a tight game, they'll pull it out. I think if Nico does play, pause. I think if Nico
what was the ball?
Hey, yo. I think if Nico plays, there's potential of them covering, but I don't know. I don't think they could beat the Lions. But hey, you never know. Any given Sunday, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Moving on. We got Dolphins.
The Lions just got a trade too. Then y'all just get the Zadarius Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, Zadarius Smith. He's washed, but it's a good pickup.
I mean, yeah, he's
rotate him in. Dolphins at Rams, Monday Night Football. Pretty much a pick, 1-point spread. Frazier, who you like?
I like the Rams, dog.
Yeah.
I don't see the. I mean, the Dolphins gonna score. They got Tua back. You know, shout out to A-Chain. You know how we doing it. I believe they gonna score, but I just feel like the Rams, for some reason, like they in nail biters with everybody they play, and they're right there on the edge to win the game every time. So, if with that being, you know, a -1 for the Rams, and they're at home, I feel like the Rams win that game.
Chuck.
Yeah, I like the Rams. I mean, like after last week, you could just tell when Puka plays. It's just a different Matt Stafford, man.
Different game, bro.
Different game. I don't know what it is, but when Puka plays, it's like they got life. Injuries. They got a chance. Like they just ready. Like, all right, you know, we can make a run. And it's another scary team. We kicked the game with a team against this same team in the playoffs last year to beat them. Like when Matt Stafford has everybody available with Kyren Williams, Cooper Kupp, and Puka, and Demarcus Robinson, man, like it's just they're a scary team to play. And I just feel like the Dolphins at what I think it's their 2-7. I just feel like they'd have chalked it up. They'd have reeled it in. It's Tyreek worst season of his career, one of the worst season of his career. I just feel like they ain't got nothing to play for, man. They know it's just no chance they make the playoffs, man. I just feel like they out of it. I think you break up this team after this year.
Their defense is terrible. Like
it's a bad, I think they started to fail.
I was trying to see the I respect it, both you and the Rams. I was trying to see there's news that came out that Tyreek didn't practice today. I like the Dolphins in the game. I think it's a coin flip game, and I think Vegas has it right on the money. Probably it comes down to the last possession. I think this is the Dolphins' last chance to try to, show they got it. And I was trying to see if the Tyreek news, if there's any update, but on Our Lads depth chart, usually they'll have something on there. But Tyreek didn't practice today, and I don't know if I believe in it. I think he just needed the day off.
I think he's taking a year off. I think he's like,
it might be
like, what's the point? Like, I go out there, I get hurt. Like, nah, that's the year you could go out there, but you just take it easy. You recover. You run it back next year. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Like, but let's see if
43 minutes ago. Let's see what they're saying. They say a wrist injury. I think he'll play, man.
I think it's some BS. Just like the Devontae Adams injury. Nothing never was wrong with Devontae Adams. He just wasn't playing until they traded him, bro. Like that shit.
Can't trade him now. Trade deadline's over.
No, I'm talking about Devontae Adams when he played for the Raiders. Wasn't nothing wrong with him when he wasn't playing all the weeks, bro.
Yeah, we know that. Same with Deontay Johnson with the Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. I guarantee you, Tyreek's like, oh, my wrist hurt. I ain't trying to play this week, bro. They just don't want to play, man. I get it, though. They suck.
With that being said, boys, do you see any, without saying the Cowboys, is there any team you guys think cannot lose? If they lose this week, it's just, I guess we could say the Dolphins. If they lose this week, it's looking dark. Bengals already took their L. They're still right there on the brink of
the Jets. Jets lose. It's extra dark.
Yeah,
it's already dark, but they lose. This one, it's extra dark.
Frazier, what you got? Any teams that are on your mind? If you think if they lose, you're kind of like the season's looking rough.
San Francisco. They lose. So. Yeah, they lose this week. It's looking rough for them.
I don't know. I think that division. Well, look at it this way: their division leader right now is 5-4. Cards are 5-4. Rams are 4-4. So their division's going to be in reach for even if they take an L.
Well, yeah, well, if we're in the NFC, it ain't really too much you can really look at. Like,
I'm trying to think.
Who can't lose this week?
The Bears.
I'm not being funny because this should be a layup game for the Bears. Yeah. But they cannot, if they want to make the playoffs, they can't lose these games. Because them division games are coming in, they're going to be rough. They're going to be hard games to win. They're probably 3 playoff teams: Lions, Packers, Vikings. So I don't know what the Bears do with their division record, but these are the games they play the Patriots. They cannot lose. And to me, if you're a 6.5 point favorite, if you somehow lose this game, it gets dark.
Yeah, I agree. And real quick, so that's what I asked y'all. You don't think that Saints-Falcons game spread fishy?
I don't think it's fishy in the perspective of Carr still there. The Saints led in every statistical stat category last week possible and somehow lost to the Panthers. And it's a division game. We talked about it off air. Right. Division games are just – I think I watched a TV earlier. Someone said a team could be like 0-10 and another team could be 10-0. But if it's a division game, you're probably in for a dogfight most of the time. Yeah. And these two teams, they know each other well. We didn't really talk about that game, but we could throw it in there. What do you think about this one, Chuck? Falcons at Saints.
I mean, like 46 over under. It's pretty high for a Saints team that got no wide receivers, bro. Like Tipton, Valdes-Scantling Jr., and Jermaine Jackson. Like, gross. Is this just Alvin Kamara 13 checkdowns, bro? Like, I just don't know how they score, but they have them scoring a lot of points this week. So, and I mean, like the Falcons, like I was wrong last week. The Falcons look good. I mean, like they'll get Drake London back this week. The Falcons looked great last week. I don't see why this game is so close outside of it's a division game. But Yeah, man. I don't get it, but I like the Falcons, but I just don't get why the spread's so close. So even though I do like the Falcons, it's a game I stay away from.
Frazier.
I think it's a blowout. I think the Falcons blow them out. Like you get
That could happen.
You get rid of Marshawn Lattimore, y'all defense really don't look that great.
I know, right?
Y'all can't score offense, but the spread is low, so it kind of smells like trap. But I feel like it could also be one of those games where Kirk Cousins throws 500 and just kills them. So I'm gonna go with Falcons on this, but only with I'm kind of scared of it.
Yeah.
But in a way, I feel like they're gonna blow them out, and they got the spread like that just because of it being a division game.
Real quick, you think Vegas don't respect Kirk Cousins? Because these spreads been weird with him every week. You think it's the Kirk Cousins factor? Like,
not necessarily. I think it's just straight up a division game, and no matter how bad the Saints may look, sometimes Carr, we get on Carr, and he's not a great quarterback, but at the end of the day, when he's at home and you got a guy like Kamara back there, and they'll probably run a lot of 2 tight end sets with Juwan Johnson and Foster Moreau. Yeah, and I don't know what the receivers are going to do, but Falcons should win the game on paper. They should blow them out, but it's a fishy spread to say the least. If I were betting, which I would never touch this game, I would probably take the Saints with the 3.5. I want to be comfortable. I'll be sweating.
I hear you.
All right, let's move on. Lock of the week. It's time. How do I put the snow flurries on the page? How do I do that, Frazier? Because we are cold. 0 for 4 last week. 0 for 4. We got the snowflakes. Lock of the week. Who you guys got? Or what do you got? You could do 1 pick, 2 picks. I prefer 1, but you got 2 locks. Throw it out there.
Go ahead, Chuck.
All right.
My lock. Know where he's going.
We get a Christmas early.
Look, hold on. Just for pod purposes, Chuck is 0 for 5 on lock of the week. I'll say this. He's throwing some crazy locks out.
I'm gonna give you a layup this week, though.
So he says this is a layup. Everybody listening, he says this is a finger roll layup lock. Even last week, you took like Cowboys money line when they're plus money. So let's hear the layup, Chuck. What you got?
I got the Chargers to cover the spread versus the Christmas present came early. Will Levis Titans, dog.
7.5.
The turnover king.
So for pod purposes, are you laying the 7 or is it 7.5?
Chargers 7.5. Lock it up. You get Will Levis back. This Chargers defense is for real, man. You see what they did to Jameis last week, and they get Will Levis coming back on the road in San Diego. Will Levis is I'm talking about top 5 worst quarterbacks I think I've seen in the last 2 years, bro. And they just Titans just continue to believe in the guy, man. And this is just the Chargers onslaught right here, bro. That's my lock of the week. Chargers minus 7.5.
Frazier, you got something?
Yeah, I actually do. Y'all not gonna like this one, but I'm taking Jay Jettas this week for 2 touchdowns.
For your lock?
2+ touchdowns for my lock.
Just do anytime. What? Just do. You sure you want to do 2 for a lock? Just do anytime. I mean, all right. I like him to score 2. That I would have said anytime is a good lock. This is plus money on FanDuel, by the way. Right now. Yeah. My lock of the week, and we'll go back to it. I said I don't believe in it. It's due. It's going to happen. Tyreek Hill over 76.5. Book it. I don't believe the news with his wrist. If he doesn't play, we'll avoid it, but I don't believe in it.
Okay.
I don't believe in the news. And the Rams, they're not stopping Tyreek. They haven't been getting him the ball. It's time. It's time. It's time for him to have that game. But I love the Jefferson play, Frazier. That was on when I was looking at plays. I love the Jefferson's anytime this week. I want to say he hasn't scored in 2 or 3 weeks. A.J. Brown also hasn't scored in – Jett hasn't scored in 2 weeks, I believe. A.J. Brown hasn't scored in 2 weeks. There's some juicy plays out there if you guys dig into your props. But
yeah, there are. There's some very juicy plays. Got a couple other ones, but I'm gonna just leave that.
So if we did a little three leg parlay with our locks, 100 wins, 24-71. Crazy one right here. But I respect it. They're playing a terrible Jags team.
They are. Go on there and put this in for me. Put this in. Just put this in. Just
Frazier frenzy. Here we go.
Yeah, put Christian McCaffrey anytime.
I mean, I can't argue that one. All right.
Henry anytime.
Look at you. Henry played already, bro. Henry played.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. So, I'm sorry. Put Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, and then Buddy for the Chargers. Those three right there. Anytime touchdowns. All three.
And then who'd you say?
Dude for the Chargers and Austin Eckler for Washington.
JK?
Yeah, JK.
Go plus 384. I'm gonna be honest. If I wouldn't bet this, I'm just putting it. I'm not even hating on it.
See what it played.
No, I'm not hating on it, but I just that's not juicy enough odds.
Yeah, it's not juicy enough.
Score. Eckler is at plus 100.
Yeah,
I know there's no Robinson, but Steelers got pretty good defense.
Why did I say I'm tripping? I say Henry. See, I be thinking about Henry too much because he always gonna be on the ticket somewhere. I don't know where, but he gonna be somewhere on the ticket.
Any other plays out there you like, Chuck, that you ran into or not yet?
Yeah, I like Josh Downs over his yards.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It might have went up though now.
It probably did. That's the downfall of doing a pod on Friday because you can get all these lines at like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 yards less on a Wednesday or Thursday. And then once all the other pods or all the other betting sites put their stuff out, their plays, you see this get bumped.
Crazy, bro.
But I still like it at 64.5. Honestly, he's the only target over there. I mean, even Pierce or Mitchell. They could catch one of these in one play.
Yeah. And also I don't know if it went up, but I love J.K. Dobbins rushing prop.
Another one I liked was James Cook. James Cook over his rushing yards, 64.5. I love that. I think he's done it. He's only done it half the time. He only got 10 carries last week, but he could do it with 10 carries. I think he'll get about 15 carries this week, and I think he'll hit that over. Who'd you say, Chuck?
J.K. Dobbins. I love it. At home versus the Titans, man.
Yeah.
I like Jahmyr Gibbs.
Well, yeah, you said that too. You like Gibbs.
I like him for anytime or his rushing yards. Either way.
They don't even have Lions props up on.
Oh yeah, they out of there. It's all with.
They don't have on FanDuel. We did DraftKings today because on FanDuel they didn't have any Dolphins props up. I guess because the Tyreek news.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything serious. I'm calling the bluff. 76.5. Give me the over.
You love Reek.
Yeah, I love him this week.
What's Alvin Kamara's rushing? What's his total? He gotta be high this week, bro.
I would guess it's like 70 from 67 to 70, if I had to guess.
I do my boy this week, but they don't have
Kamara, look at that. Right on the money. Chat.
Damn, good shit.
70.5.
Hey, tell me this real quick. What is Mason Tipton's receiving yards on the Saints?
Mason Tipton. That's an interesting one to see what these Saints receivers are at.
Yeah.
28.5.
Damn, what's the highest Saint?
The highest Saint is Kamara with 39.5.
Oh, so Kamara just in every lineup this week, huh? That's crazy.
Kamara is probably a DFS legend at this point.
If he can score a touchdown, bro, he just breaks the slate every week, man. It's just so grimy.
You got this weasel that steals all the touchdowns.
He'll always steal the touchdowns. It's crazy.
Super weasel.
But other than that,
I like DeAndre Swift too. His yards probably high though. They playing the Patriots. I bet you high.
I like Drake May.
If you guys are on better, if you noticed, you could get the edge on them with running back boost plays. If you want to do one of them like 8 picks that pay 1,000x. But what I noticed this week, I didn't see any running backs boosted. What does that say? They must have got cracked last week.
Yeah, they probably did get cracked.
Fellas, I was 26 yards away from 30K.
I know, bro.
Man.
That's crazy.
Close.
That shit stings, bro. You would think that's
A
just like
chain was off by 7 yards. Mahomes was off by 5. That's 12, and Neighbors is 13. So yeah,
Damn.
25 yards away from 30K.
Damn.
And
Stings.
listen,
Can we
to this,
play better?
Neighbors,
Can we
look,
play better out here?
Yeah, we can play better in Texas. Listen to this. Neighbors 0 targets in the first half. He had it. And Mahomes was right there. A-Chain, that game, the Dolphins blew it, man. They could have held the lead and just handed the ball off to A-Chain. I was just watching these games, like the game script just went south in the fourth quarter for all 3 of them players.
It's always like that, though.
Bro.
It's always like that.
Crazy.
You be like, my
Crazy,
ticket gonna hit in the fourth quarter coming, they just changed the whole game plan up.
Boom.
It's like they know. They looking at a scoreboard with all the tickets. Like, yeah, we're not giving him the ticket today. He's not hitting. He's not hitting. But all these $5 win $300 ones, they gonna hit. So we're gonna give them the tickets today.
Hey, I tell
got
you
one
this,
live
bro.
right now, basketball.
But NFL is hard this week, bro. Like, as far as not from a betting perspective, from a DFS perspective, everyone is priced up. Like, it's gonna be hard to find
value. With that being said, we got a little mini DFS pod dropping on the YouTube right after this pod. So check us out. Talk soon, fellas.
Talk soon, dog.